everybody, welcome to C2 English School. My name is Maria Mangan and you are watching another video in the series Improve Your Listening with information about Ireland. So today we're taking a look at Newgrange in County Meath. This is a very interesting structure which is about 50 kilometres north of Dublin. So here we are in the Giza Plateau. If this video is about Ireland, what are we doing in Egypt? Well, the pyramids at Giza, on the Giza Plateau, were built about 2500 BC. So that makes them very old, but not as old as Newgrange. Okay guys, so here you can see the island of Ireland. And as I mentioned before, you have Newgrange about 50 kilometres north of Dublin. The really interesting thing about Newgrange is that it's not one of a kind. It is the most intact of its kind in Ireland, okay? But it's actually part of a complex. So you can see over here another circular mound called Nowth, which is really quite similar to Newgrange, with various satellite tombs. Yes, we believe that these are all various tombs. This is not as excavated as Newgrange is, however. Newgrange is the passage tomb, as it's known, with the most visitors annually compared to the others. It's also a really interesting place to visit. We always bring our students to visit Newgrange due to the fact that it's so special. So as I mentioned when talking about the pyramids of Giza, they're pretty old, the pyramids. They are from 2500 BC, while on the other hand, Newgrange is more than 5,000 years old. So that makes Newgrange 1,000 years older than the pyramids. So when the pyramids were being built, this was already old. Let's talk a little bit about the history of Newgrange. So of course, like many things, it was buried and forgotten for many millennia until it was rediscovered. So how it was rediscovered is quite interesting. Newgrange is situated on a river called the Boyne. It was a very important river in Ireland back in 1690. 1690 is when there was a great battle in the area called the Battle of the Boyne, and it is the battle that was won by William of Orange. William of Orange then became the King of Great Britain and Ireland, and to reward his supporters, he gave them pieces of land in Ireland. Now, one of the men who received a piece of land, specifically the land that Newgrange was on, was called Charles Campbell. Now, Charles, he looked after the land, and about 9-10 years into his possession of the land, he decided that he needed some rock in order to do some works. So he sent his workers to the passage tomb. Well, he didn't know it was a passage tomb. So he sent his workers to this area that was known to have quite a lot of stone. And really fortunately for us today, when the workers started to dig, the first thing that they found was this stone. This is the entrance stone with Newgrange, and it has quite a lot of artwork on it. It's a very distinctive pattern, which is synonymous with Newgrange, really. And when the workers came to get him, fortunately, he knew that it was time to stop, and he didn't use the area for a quarry any longer. I'd like to bring your attention to the actual entranceway here. And not just the entrance, but this little box on top. This is called the window box, okay? Now, this is very, very important due to the fact that on the shortest day of the year, the 21st of December, light shines directly into this window box here. So what's very, very interesting about that window box is that it lets the light in on the 21st of December. However, if you look at the corridor that leads to a central chamber, this corridor gradually moves upward. Okay, so you start when you enter, you start with the level of the door, and then as you go in the passageway, it goes higher and higher and higher until a central chamber is exactly level with the window box. And this allows the light to travel all the way through the corridor and illuminate this central chamber. And here is a picture of the chamber from the back of the chamber. As you can see over here, we've got the spiral design, which is again synonymous with Newgrange. It's a very unique pattern and it's found everywhere around Newgrange. The very interesting thing about the structure of the chamber is that even though Ireland is quite wet and foggy, that it remained entirely waterproof. The kind of construction is called a corbelled roof, and that is where one stone is laid on top of the other in a circular fashion, moving gradually inwards, and then you have another capping stone, which then seals the inside chamber. And then on top of that again, they put plenty of gravel, and on top of that again, earth, and of course then you have grass that would grow on top. People don't really know exactly what the chamber was for. However, they did find ashes, remains of burnt bones and things like that. So it is generally regarded as a tomb for this reason. And it is believed that cremation ceremonies were carried out here as well. So just a few facts to finish off. The mound itself is about 11 meters tall. It's also about 80 meters wide. And the tunnel or the passage that leads to the central chamber is 19 meters long. And it's really worth a visit. It's a great experience. I believe it's something that everybody who visits Ireland should consider having a look at. It's unique. It's really not something that is as well known as Stonehenge, for example, which is 700 years younger than Newgrange. It's not as well known as the pyramids, but it predates them. It's very interesting, well worth a visit, and very much part of our heritage. Okay guys, let's see how much you understood. It is question time. So here we are in question time. 5 questions. Where is Newgrange? How old is Newgrange? What happened in 1690? Why is the window box important? And how long is the passageway? You'll find the answers in our comment section below. And if you would like to improve your listening and use these videos to do practice in the future, please like and subscribe so you can be notified whenever we have another video. See you next time!